What's going on, boys? It's Flaws, and in this video we're going to be talking about a perfectly start on the CT side on Inferno. What I like to do if I'm the mid player is I'll throw a molly down mid right at the start of the round. So I'll come over to this corner like this. While running, throw this molly. Doesn't have to be too precise or anything like that, but you just want to make sure that if anyone is jumping into Mexico, they're taking damage, right? That's the whole point of this. So you throw this molly at the start of the round, unpeak, pull out your gun, check if anyone's on the left side of mid, and then you can fight this person that's in Mexico, right? That's kind of my protocol of how I like to do it at the start of the round. If I have a teammate and they can throw a nade right behind it, that's even better. That'll slow them down, do some more damage on the people that are fighting mid. Once you do this for a couple rounds, you'll notice the T start to respect it. And then on an eco round, what you can do is throw this molly, jump over like this, wait for your team to nade, they nade, you swing out. You might even catch one or two off guard banana, and if your team pushes down banana as well, it's a really good way to win an eco that the T's will not expect, right? Then you can smoke this off, and then it's really awkward for the T's to get back into the round. So another more default way that I like to play mid is I'll throw that molly, I'll back up, I'll start jiggling this. Once I hear any footsteps, I'll throw this smoke and just start playing back here on archway. If my teammate is playing underneath porch, I love just to sit here like this. You're a little bit... So if anyone does peek out boiler, right? They're peeking through here. Okay, that's clear. All right, that's clear. Then they might start walking out right like this. If they're playing underneath porch, it's a perfect timing for you to start shooting the T as they can see your teammate underneath porch. So keep that in mind if your teammate's playing here. If they're playing a little bit farther back, it's no problem for you to be playing arch like this. Just jiggling if anyone's coming out. If you start to see some nades, you can obviously throw some utility back at them, whatever you have left. If you don't have anything and you were kind of using your nades effectively at the start of the round, that's also no problem. Just make sure that you have some support for your teammate on the site, and you don't want to just kind of like leave them to fight all these different angles from brackets to halls and everything in between. So that's kind of how I like to play arch. If I'm the brackets player, I'll throw that nade for my teammate arch like this, and I'll kind of just go back to site, right? You can cross, that's fine, but it does give you the opportunity for the person that's T steps to kill you, so keep that in mind. And I might throw a nade right here for my teammate that's in long haul. Or if you kind of want to get a little bit more risky and they're not mollying this at the start of the round, you can come up to here, aim down from this metal pipe to the top of this balcony railing right here, and just throw a right click nade like that. Nothing too specific, that's just kind of how I line it up quickly. You can be, it's pretty forgiving on this one, so you can be a little bit off and it doesn't matter too much. But that's just for the T's if they're sprinting up here like this. You can get a nice timing once you hear some footsteps and throw that and do a lot of damage with your HE. So great way to just do some damage on the CT side early round and soften off the T's. If I'm a halls player, there's a couple different little tips that I like to use. One is if you're running up here, you'll notice that I get kicked out once I hit this radiator, so like that. If you jump up on top of it, you can pretty much almost always just avoid getting spammed, which is like the most annoying part about playing halls. So even if someone spams this, they're going to be hitting that wall, so which is great for you because you can jump up on this railing, aim up from this railing right here, and throw a molly off the wall. So that molly's going to land right here. The T's, a lot of the times you'll notice, they'll back up into this corner. I don't know what it is, but that just seems to be the thing. If you're on the T side and you see that molly, don't do that. Peek right here if you're going to peek anything. Or you can just kind of give the angle up for a second. But if you're on the CT side, jump up here, aim up from this railing, throw that molly back up, and just start spamming this door, right? You'll be surprised how many kills you actually get through this. People just kind of sitting here not thinking about their positioning. And after you spam that door, what you can actually do is shoot a little bit of spam out, and you can just start playing with your team in brackets, right? Because in their mind, the T's are like, okay, there's someone long haul. If we peek up here, we can make noise, but we're probably going to take a fight. But in reality, you can just be playing pit, you can be playing on site, you can be playing up here in brackets with your teammate, just seeing if anything's coming up. And then what you can do after is, okay, your team's a little bit safer, you're more set up in the round, you can start to back off and play in pit or play on site. So that's how I like to play halls. It's a little more aggressive. If you don't really want to be that aggressive, that's totally fine as well. You can just peek here, or you can just play in pit the entire round. Just wait for your team. Throw a smoke if you have to. If they start to hit the site, play around it, and just be a little bit more awkward. But that's how I like to play on the A site. If you guys play a little bit different, let me know in the comments down below, but that's how I like my team to play, and that's how I like to play. On the B site, it seems like if your team doesn't know to play B, you already lost the entire game, but the util set I like to use, and I just made a video on this, is molly close, then I'll throw an HE right behind it, or I'll HE logs, like that. But you really just want to put a lot of damage and make sure the T's are respecting the top of your B hold. So like this, throw a molly, throw an HE, and then I'll play this half wall. I'll almost always make my teammate play in this corner because I know if I'm playing here, there's a really solid chance that they don't know exactly what I want from them, and I most of the time will understand what they want from me. Then I'll hold a pop flash like this. Right? The second they start shooting, I'll throw that flash, and then I'll peek out with that. If my teammate does get killed like immediately, it's fine. I can throw a smoke off the wall like this and just back off. If you don't want to use that smoke, you just want to hold it a little bit longer. You can throw it here, just wait back here. Comment to your team what you're hearing if anyone's running up to the site, if you're hearing a lot of people that are sprinting up. That's kind of how I like to play the top of B early. Very simple, but it is very effective as well. Once the smoke fades, I'll show you another deeper smoke. So I like to throw this smoke. You can throw it from basically wherever. Let's throw it from like a little bit more realistic spot. So from here, because you're safe, just throw it just like that. That's gonna smoke bottom banana. You can take this with your team and then just kind of leave one person top banana. The jump spot. Once the smoke fades, you can even get your teammate up here, playing a weird off angle. Then once the smoke fades, this person's in a really good spot to get a kill, fall back, and get to site without actually being traded back. So that's a really good way to play banana early. If you want to throw this smoke from spawn, like maybe you're an A player, just remember you can always come into this corner right here, back yourself up like this, aim down from the corner of this window frame, and then in line with this part, like here. It's pretty forgiving as well, and then just jump through. I love this smoke because it blocks off the person that's playing T-stairs opping as well, so just like that. Gonna kind of expand a little bit, and you'll see on the B side, if anyone does push through this on the T side, you can throw mollies like the standard ones, so one here, off the wall, and one like this, and with some nades that are a little bit deeper. You'll see that it does a really good amount of clearing of your space for banana, and then you can just fight this. And it's a really good way just to kind of help your team make it more awkward for the T's to actually get out of spawn. So I hope this helped you guys. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.